Hi guys, hope you guys are well and taking good care of yourselves. Welcome to another video. I unpacked a lot in the last video. First, I would like to say to every single one of you who is in North America, South America, the Caribbean, mainly the diaspora that are of West African descent. Those of you who look like me and are unaware of who you truly are. See, over this past centuries, you guys have been indoctrinated into losing your identity, not knowing who you are. You have been traumatized over the years. And for that, it has been very difficult for you to know exactly who you are. Since this time, you guys have managed to get on your own 2 feet, even create economies that will rival other countries. Since Africans have been able to visit the Americas, for example, those of us who know who we are have not told you who you are and left you guys to continue to guess. And for this reason, I want to apologize. I want to apologize on behalf of every African that has met you in the diaspora, in the North Americas and the South Americas, who have not fully sat you guys down for you to understand how special you are. Allow me to take this moment to apologize and also to open your eyes to exactly who you are. I touched on a few things in the last video, and in the last video, it may have not resonated whilst you were listening to it because I was talking about Yeshua and trying to give you a full detail on who he is. But in telling you who he is, I also did tell you who you guys are. What I want to show you, I need you to bear with me for a few minutes. I want to show you something very important. This is Leonardo da Vinci's boyfriend. Now you can see who he depicts on the cross. This is a picture of Mary, the mother of Yeshua, and the disciples when she passed. This is a picture of Yeshua in Israel, the land called Israel. I show you these images because I want you to understand something. We West Africans are all the same people. Prior to colonialism, we were all the same people, but we were divided into many kingdoms. Now I'm going to quickly prove that we were all the same people. I am of Nigerian descent, Yoruba to be exact. I want you to picture where Nigeria and Ghana is. Now I want you to picture where Gambia and Senegal are. The dish that we call our national dish. In Senegal and Gambia, these dishes are called benachin. Benachin is the actual name for jollof rice. However, the people who created benachin, they are the Jollof people. And the Jollof people are only in Gambia and Senegal. Our national dishes, we call jollof rice. That was made by the Jollof people in Gambia and Senegal. And in Gambia and Senegal, they call this rice benachin. The only way to fully understand some cultures is through their food. If you travel to another country, a different culture, the first step is to understand their food and their languages. Our food is tied deeply into the Gambian and Senegalese tradition because, like I said, we were all the same people. Prior to colonialism, it wasn't called Gambia. It wasn't called Senegal. Nigeria wasn't called Nigeria, and Ghana wasn't called Ghana. We called it home. What I need you guys to understand is if you come from West Africa and you go and do your DNA test, it will say Sub-Saharan African. You may have a high percentage of Ghanaian or Nigerian, but you will always have a mixture of everything in West Africa because we were all the same people. Now, who are West Africans? West Africans, like I said, we come from Northeast Africa, modern day Middle East. We were driven out of Northeast Africa by the Ottoman Empire. They brought to us Islam. That was our home, but is no longer our home. Those of us who reside in West Africa are descendants of Jacob, the same line Yeshua comes from. Those of you in the diaspora, North America and South America, you are from the same line as Jacob, the same line as Yeshua. Every sub-Saharan African is from Jacob. And who is Jacob? You see, today we have a place they have called Israel. But in the good book, Israel is not a place, it's a person. We are the descendants of this person. As the descendants of this person, we are the children of Israel. Israel is not a place, it's a people. The problem that we have, the reasons why you guys are where you are today in the diaspora, the reasons why West Africa keeps getting pillaged and corruption is rife, is because we don't follow our Creator. Some of us actually do, but not every single one of us. We must all call on our Creator for our Creator to move and do for us. When Moses gave us the commandments, the first commandment is as important as the last commandment. As a matter of fact, following the first commandment makes the rest of the commandments easy to follow. And what is the first commandment? Do not worship any other God but me. You see, Yahweh is the only God. However, he is a triune God. He gave us Yeshua, and he also has a spirit. If you watch my previous video, this should no longer be a surprise to you. The reason why we are not protected from the evil of this world is because we do not follow the first commandment. The first commandment is very, very important. Whenever you read your Bible and you see the word Lord, replace that with Yahweh. If we all call upon the name of Yahweh, he will do for us as he did for us before. He will protect us from this evil world, hence lifting the curse that is upon us. The things that we are going through as a unit, no matter where we step into this world, we are treated a certain way. That will stop. Essentially, what am I saying? The blood that runs through your vein is Jew. You are Israel. I don't know why it's taken so long for any one of us to actually tell you. Maybe because some of us have been indoctrinated into other religions. Maybe some of us are just too scared. But I'm here to tell you that you are Israel. The blood that runs through your vein is of Jacob. The blood that runs through your vein is Israel. And we need to follow these commandments to the T. I know some of you, whilst looking in your journey of discovery, you found African spirituality. I am here to tell you, as someone who comes from the Yoruba culture, it is forbidden. There is only one that you should bow to, because every deity out there bows to him. He created us. He created them. We do not bow to his creation. We only bow to him. Like I said in the previous videos, we are the only ones that don't need to go into the hieroglyphs, into the pyramids to conjure up some spirits, because we were there. But this is forbidden. These are the idol worshipping the pharaohs did that we adopted out of Egypt. These things are forbidden. Remember, the pharaohs were into magic. They carved their own idols and worshipped it. They believed that these items will give them power and strength. If you are impatient, it will do so for you. What you need to understand is this: the soul of Israel is so valuable that these beings will answer your prayers to them. But once they answer your prayers to them, you will belong to them unless you run back to Yahweh and have Yahweh save you. There is no escaping. I know people personally who have been exercising this witchcraft for over 30 years, and they use their own loved ones as sacrifices. You need to understand, it is forbidden to follow any other God but him. If you do not do this, nothing will change for us as a whole. Nothing will change for us and our future, which is our children. If you have the blood of Israel running through your veins, meaning even if you're white passing, even if you are white passing and your grandparents come from West Africa and look like me, you have the blood of Israel running through your veins. You need to call on your Creator, and he will move mountains as it was promised. Remember, Yahweh is all about covenants. You do, I do. If you don't do, neither would he. He will only do for those who call him by name, who have him in their heart. In order for you to change things globally, we all have to come together in West Africa and in the diaspora. None of this Hebrew Israelite nonsense. Stop trying to separate yourselves from the source. Divide and conquer is their tactic. Do not continue to divide us from within. And another thing, if you are a Hebrew Israelite, if you are a Jew, you cannot deny Yeshua. This book was written by Jews, your people. The Old Testament and the New Testament were written by Jews, people who were born Jew. Yeshua is a Jew. You cannot make the same mistake that put Yeshua on the cross by denying him. This is idiotic. You cannot call yourself a Hebrew Israelite and deny Yeshua's very existence. We are living in the aftermath of him being crucified. We are living in the aftermath of everything that we have done wrong. And then you want to repeat the old rabbis' mistakes? This makes you a new fool. It is very idiotic. Do not underestimate your Creator. Do not underestimate who Yeshua is. Understand, there is a way out for all of us. Not only us, but everybody else in this world to live in peace. We, those of us who are Israel by blood, even those of us who are white passing, and your grandparents or your parents or your parents, you know that you have West African in your blood. It is up to you to open your mouth and pray to Yahweh. Once we all start praying to Yahweh, we will see a shift. We will see a change. We will see the world treating us the way we need to be treated. This is to wake you guys up. We didn't sit you guys down. We didn't tell you guys anything. We also operated within the stereotypes. This is what I'm observing. But as of today, if you've seen this video, understand how special you are. You have the blood of Israel running through your veins. You are a blessed people. Yeshua also had the same blood running through his veins. Regardless if you are as dark as I am, darker than me, or white passing, you have the responsibility to pray to your Creator. His name is Yahweh or Yeshua. If you pray and focus on that first commandment, everything else will fall in line. And that's all I have to say. I pray that Yahweh reveals himself to you on your road to discovery, and you will be truly amazed how things will start to change. Things will get better for us as a collective. However, you must open your mouth and pray. Stay away from African spirituality. African spirituality is basically used so that you can get what the other man has gotten, or so you can get your prayers answered quicker. Everything that is of Yahweh requires patience. It is not in your time, but in his. But what he gives you is everlasting. If you go to an African spirituality, what you will find is that what they give you, they will take back in return. If they don't take back in return what they give you, you will have to continue making sacrifices for the rest of your life. And those that you sacrifice may just be your loved ones, your family, your father, your mother, your siblings, until there's nobody left. You'll be making sacrifices left, right, and center. And if you do follow any one of these deities, these orishas, understand, whomever you bow to, this is where your soul goes when you leave this planet. In order for you to get to heaven, there is only one way, through Yeshua. The way he lived, the way he prayed, the way he was, and believing in him and believing that he is that last covenant so that you can be forgiven for your sins. Brothers and sisters, I'll see you in the next video. You take care.